Oh, I can't fuck. I can't do that. I can't not fuck up today. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Colin and I'm a non-binary scientist and lover of makeup, and today I'm going to be doing a little overview review of some of the things that I've been trying lately. I wanted to do individual videos for these or put something up last week. It's been about a week since I posted anything, but it was just too hot to film. So in Seattle last week, it was in the upper 90s most of the time, and it was really hot again yesterday too. It was closer to 90. And I live in a very small apartment. This is about half of it behind me. And to film, I have to turn off my AC because it's literally next to me. And all you would hear is my air conditioner or the fan over there that blows the air this way. So haven't been filming. I haven't been playing with makeup that much in the last week or so just because it's been so hot. There were a couple days where it was cool and like 60 degrees and felt like fall outside, and the next day it would be back at 80. So I don't know if the rest of the country is having weird heat fluctuations. I know my friends in New York have been complaining about the weather, but it's been hot, and when it's that hot, I just don't want to wear anything at all. But I have been playing for a couple weeks with the things that I have here, so I wanted to do a little review. So I have 3 items from Rituel de Fille that I got a couple weeks back, and the new palette from Game Beauty, the Victory palette. So other than the heat, I also just didn't really play with makeup that much because we had a friend staying with us, and we were doing stuff with him or going out and doing things. So having like 5 days with someone staying with you kind of interrupts your schedule a bit. But I'm happy to have things back to normal. I'm excited tonight. My best friend is coming upstairs because she lives literally downstairs. And we're gonna watch Buffy because it's been my favorite show since I was, I don't know, like 13. But even though we've been best friends for like 17 years, she's never watched it. So we've been slowly making our way through, and I think we're almost to the end of season 2 now. So I'm excited. I'm also really excited because I just got a new book written by a fellow paleoanthropologist who does similar research to me, called First Steps: How Upright Walking Made Us Human. So I know his research really well because we do similar things, and I'm really excited to see him make a book for the general public on our research, and I can't wait to read this and then make everybody else read it so they kind of understand better what I do. Because I've explained my research to a lot of people, including my husband, over and over again for years. And, you know, if there's a better tool to help me explain it better or them understand the other parts of it that I don't do myself necessarily, that'll be nice. So the first makeup item I want to talk about today is the new Victory palette from Game Beauty. So this came out a couple weeks ago. I've been playing with it off and on since. I've already done and posted a couple looks to my Instagram that I'll insert right here. And so far, I'm really happy with this purchase. This is the first thing I've tried from Game Beauty, and I've been intrigued by the other ones, but this was the first of their palettes that I was like, yes, I need that right now. This is their 3rd launch. Their first was more green tones, and it had a pressed glitter that I wasn't excited about. And then their last one, I really liked the artwork for, but it was more pastel shades, and I've had bad luck with pastels, so I'm just scared to try them, or try others, especially at like a $40 price range. So this palette retails for $45. It's currently out of stock, but I did see them talking on Instagram recently, yesterday, a couple days ago, saying that they hope to have it restocked at the start of October, so just about a month away. Which is great because this is a really good fall palette. So this is the artwork. I'm sure you've seen other reviews about this online. Everything about this is really beautifully done, and I really like the ideas and themes behind the. So the brand, if you couldn't tell by the name, is all video game themed, and I'm not the best at video games, but I like them a lot. I just don't buy them that often because I'm not very good. There's a lot of games I've never finished because they just get too hard or I struggle too much even if I'm enjoying it. There's also been games that I've bought and then had someone else play with me because they were better than me and I got to enjoy the game without actually struggling myself. But the outer package is really beautiful. The box that came in looked the same. So it's got this figure here with a staff among these like ruins, and the back has this really beautiful moonscape. So when you open it all up, there's the top half here and the lower half here. It came really well packaged. So it came in a box wrapped in bubble wrap. And then even the wrapping paper that was in there is even game themed and customized. So it's got little controllers on it, something that looks like a Switch, something that looks like an old school Nintendo controller. So I think that's a really cute touch that I was really happy about. And then the inner part of the palette. So it opens up kind of like a Kaleidos palette like this. I wish it was flipped so that like if you're holding it this way and you open it, the shades are upside down. So I wish the artwork was flipped so that when you open it, everything was correct, so you didn't have to then do this. But that's really my only main complaint about the packaging. Otherwise, it's beautiful. It's got a nice mirror right here that folds back easily. And then here are the shades. So I've used every shade in this multiple times, so I'm just gonna go through shade by shade and give my opinions. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mattes in here. And then there's 2 chameleon shades, 1 more normal shimmer, and then one of these pearl shades. So hard carry is this blue. They describe it as a matte Prussian blue, and it's a really pretty, really dark blue. And I really like this shade. It isn't the best dark blue I've used, but it's not the worst. It's, I would say, in the upper 2/3. Like it's really good. It's not like, oh my God, amazing, but it's really good. Then there's Tank, which they describe as a matte umber brown. So this is a nice dark brown. It's a little cool tone, which pairs nicely with the blue. Loot is a chameleon shade. So Loot is a chameleon white with a lime gold shift. And that's what I have on my inner corner and up to my brow bone on both eyes. Then there's Kiting, which is described as a matte cider orange. Glory, which is a barn red with lime gold shimmers, which I really like the description of a barn red, and it's actually my favorite kind of tone of red, so I was really excited for this. This shade is really beautiful. I wore this the other day and I had a lot of compliments on it. The lime gold sparkle really reflects in the light. And then there's Pug or PUG, which is a matte ochre orange, they say. I don't really see this as an orange. To me, this is just a warm neutral, like kind of a khaki caramel kind of a neutral. It doesn't pull orange on me at all, really. I have this on my eyes blending out. So there's definitely a warmth there, but I wouldn't really call it an orange. And it doesn't really look orange on camera either. It looks like a khaki. Glass Cannon is what the other chameleon shade, and this is beautiful. So it's a Turkish blue with a lime gold shift again. So the lime gold shift is the common denominator in all 3 of these shimmers. And this is beautiful. I love the shade. It looks so vibrant on the eyes. I'll put the picture of the look that I did, or another picture of the look I did up here. And it's so vibrant, so shiny. It looked so pretty. I got a lot of compliments on that look. Gold is one of their pearl shades. It seems like every palette has at least one pearl shade. And it's just a really pretty gold. I have no complaints. OP is the other shade I have on today, which is a matte. They describe this as a matte maple syrup brown. And I think that's a really good description for this. So I really appreciate the way they describe the shades. The Prussian blue, Turkish blue, maple syrup brown, they're either the actual tone or a really good way of describing it, like maple syrup. So this is what I have packed all over my lid and run on my lower lash line. And this worked amazing. It's just a nice warm brown with a little bit of a depth to it. Not like super dark, but not really mid-tone either, kind of in between. And then GG is the true orange in the palette to me. So Gigi is a matte burnt orange, and this is the most like orange palette, or orange shade. So one complaint that I've seen people say in other reviews is that there's too much orange and that some of these shades look the same on the eye. I don't think any of them look the same on the eye, although I do think they could have taken one away and put in something like a lighter blue to go with this. Something to kind of make an all blue look and kind of go with this. So if they did like a light, like a matte version of the lighter blue that's kind of in this would be really pretty. Something to blend the edges out of this dark blue. That's really the only thing I'd change. I would probably switch out Kiting because Pug is a good neutral. OP is warm with a little bit of an orange, you know, just a warm brown. This is a cool brown. And then Gigi is like orange. So I think Kiting's kind of a mix of Gigi and Pug. So I think that's the one I would probably get rid of. But so far I've loved everything I've done with this. The mattes blend really nicely. They're really pigmented. These chameleon shades are beautiful. So the color story for this is what really drew me in. I've been wanting to try the brand since they came out, but this was the first that I was like, yes, I have to have that. And I don't really have a lot of oranges in my collection. So having a few more oranges and then these really pretty blue shades, especially since they have these chameleon shades, I just couldn't pass it up. I'm a sucker for blue eyeshadow. And I really like the other tones they put in here. They're, especially like Glory's a unique red shimmer in my opinion. And Loot is kind of like something I would get as a single from like Caramoons or something. Like it's really pretty. So I think it's a really good quality eyeshadow. Everything in here worked really well. The only one that was a little harder to work with was Hard Carry, which is the blue, but like not hard, just a little harder than the others. The others all worked beautifully. So I definitely think this is worth the price and it's gonna be a great fall palette. So something like this with mattes on the lid and a shimmery inner corner like this is a go-to look for me and I really love it. This is quick, easy, but also gives that sparkle. So I'm really happy I got this. And if you are interested in it, it will be in stock, they said, hopefully in October, early October. So I definitely think it's worth it, especially for fall. I think this is a great fall palette. And then the other items are a little haul I did from Rituel de Fille. So Teresa's Dead is always talking about Rituel de Fille, and I've been wanting to try them. And she got a coupon code, and they launched some new stuff, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. So I got 3 items. So I got the Smoke Salve, which is a skin balm, and this retails for $32. I got a sample of the Thron oil. So a full-size Thron oil is only about this big. I mean, it's oil, so you don't need a lot. And that's $68. But Teresa's Dead says it's worth it. She loves it, especially because she has dry skin. I have pretty normal skin, but they do have samples. So I got this sample for $15 and it comes with a coupon so that if you want to buy a full size, you get like $10 off, which is great. And then I got one of their new Color Nectar balms. So this is in the shade Snapdragon, which they describe as a juicy kumquat. And it's this really beautiful orange. So it comes in this cute little compact. They have 6 shades of these. It was hard to pick. I want more of them. I almost got the yellow because my husband was like, ooh, the yellow. And there was another kind of orangey coral tone that I really liked. But I want the orange because I couldn't help myself. I love orange. So it's this cute little balm. This says it's good for eyes, lips, and face, I believe. I think a couple of them said just lips and face. But I think this one said eyes, lips, and face. So I've tried it on all 3. I really like this as a blush. And I like it on my lips. I don't have it on today. This is the Haus Labs lip gloss in the shade Attitude, which is the terracotta. It's one of my go-tos for kind of a nude look. And I like this on my lips. It gave like a little wash of orange. It kind of felt like a lip balm. But it left a good amount of color that lasted for a while. It didn't feel sticky or anything. And as a blush, I really like it. So I'm wearing it today as a blush, and I've been wearing it as a blush almost every day since I got it just to try. I don't think it lifts up my foundation at all. It blends into the skin. It looks really, really orange at first. And I would say at the 5 or 6 hour mark, I noticed it's starting to fade, but you can still see it and it just looks a little more natural at that point. Like it, after about like 5, 6 hours, I can still see it, but it just looks subtle and natural, which I actually don't mind at all. So I'm gonna swatch it. So you can see it looks kind of dark in the pan, and then you warm it up with your finger and swatch it, and you can see on my finger it's very orange, very brightly orange. So I'll swatch it here. You can see it's a very pigmented balm and it's very orange, and I'm really happy I got this. I have zero regrets. I kind of want to try other shades. I totally think it's worth the money. This was $24 and you don't need very much, so this is going to last me a long time. So I will say I didn't really enjoy this on the eyes. I did try it one day as kind of an eyeshadow, and I think it's one of those shades that looks really cool for a photograph, but that's it. Kind of like one of those glosses you can put on your eyelid where it looks really cool for this shiny lid photo, but after about 5 or 10 minutes it feels gross, looks gross. So this kind of creased into darker orange lines and it felt kind of tacky still. I don't notice any tackiness on my face at all. It melds in with the rest of my makeup, but on my eye it just did not work. So, but as a blush or a lip combo, great. And then for the Thron oil, I've used this multiple days in a row and I've made a tiny little dent in it, so this is gonna last a while, even for a sample. And I really like it. It does have a little bit of a rose scent to it, but it is, I think, rose thorn oil, so that makes sense. It dissipates pretty quickly. Like you put it on, you're like, oh, I smell roses, and then a minute, like 30 seconds later, a minute later, as you start doing the rest of your face, I don't smell it anymore. And I like the way my skin looks with it on. I think it makes my foundation look great. I don't know if I like it more than my normal primer, but I also don't have dry skin. I have pretty normal skin. I was worried being an oil that it would make my skin feel oily or look oily or something like that. And I didn't notice that at all. I do know that oftentimes an oil primer can help with oily skin and help it not produce excess oil. So I didn't notice any issues around my T-zone, nothing like that. Nothing felt excessively oily. I really like this and I'm really happy I got it. We'll see when I finish the sample if I do want a full size or not. But so far I do like it, and I have sensitive skin. I have had no reaction to this. It does make my skin look a little red as I rub it in, but like it's kind of a red color, and you know, pressing on your skin does that, but that fades almost instantly, and then my skin just feels nice and hydrated. So I'm really happy with this purchase, especially being a sample size. I like that companies are starting to do more sample sizes or trial sizes. I like, especially for something that's $68, that's a lot of money. I mean, you can use a coupon code from an influencer like Teresa is Dead and get 10% off, but that's 10% off it's 60 something dollars still. So I'm really happy to have this as a trial size, and I hope that more brands keep doing this. I know Kosas has like a trial size for basically everything on their website, and I think they even have something called like Try the Website, where you get a sample size, like a single use size of every one of their products in multiple shades. And I love that idea. I want more brands to do stuff like that, because it's really scary to buy something for like 30, 40 bucks and then hate it and then either be stuck with it or have to return it where it's going to get thrown away. And there'd be a lot less product waste if people just had tiny little $5, $10 samples that you could try, use a couple times, see if you like it, and then buy a full size. So the third item that I got from Rituel de Fille was the Smoke Salve. So this is called a Universal Skin Balm, and I know Teresa mentioned that she really liked this for her cuticles, that it helped a lot. And I get dry hands in the winter, and my husband has dry hands and cuticle problems year round, so we're always looking for a good hand cream or something. So I wanted to try this, and I'm really happy with this. This is my favorite thing from the order so far. So it's called the Smoke Salve, and it does have a little bit of a smoky smell to it. So it comes in this big thing. You can see we're both using it every day, and we keep going to the same spot. So we've already made a big dent in one little spot. But I think this will last for quite a while. This will last for months. And it does have kind of an earthy, smoky scent that smells really good. Like, I'm sensitive to smells and scents, but this I really like. And it doesn't last too long, like the smell. I think I put it on and it's pretty strong for a couple minutes, and then it just kind of melts into your skin and my skin feels great. So I'm really happy with this purchase. So this is $32 again, and I totally think this is worth it. We've both been using it every day for weeks. And yeah, we've made a big dent, but there's still a lot of product in here. You get 54.5 grams of product. So it's definitely worth it. I really, really like this. So I highly recommend this, especially if you have dry hands. And given that we're heading into fall and winter, dry hands are going to be more of a thing. So this I definitely think is worth trying. So those are the 4 products that I've been really trying lately. I haven't really incorporated anything else new, just especially with my skin. I've been using my tried and true products with this to see how it worked with them. Same with this. I am really happy with this purchase, and I really want to try more from Rituel de Fille. So let me know in the comments below if you've tried anything from them or what you think of the Game Beauty palette. I'm really intrigued what this brand will do next. They've been around for about a year now, I think, and they've already released 3 really cool palettes. So I really am excited to see what they do next. I also like that they listen to feedback, because when people said they didn't like the pressed glitter in the first palette, they took it out. When people said we'd like things to be a little bit more pigmented and a little more that, like, they've listened and they've modified per palette. So I'm really excited to see them grow and see what they do next. So that's most of what I've been using lately. I did just get the Shroud Cosmetics Butte Bean It's Frickin' Bats palette. I haven't tried it yet. It's just been too hot to play with makeup lately. But I do want to play with that soon, probably tomorrow or the next day. And I have a bunch of video ideas that I want to film in the next week or so. So hopefully I'll be at a regular posting schedule. I'm hoping to have 2 videos a week while I can, and see how that goes, just so I can get some stuff out there. I'm excited to see what you think of these products. Let me know in the comments below what you think, and remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. My name is Colin. I am a non-binary site. Okay. I also am really... I can't talk.